Hi everybody, thank you for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.blogspot.co.uk. Today's project is this really beautiful gift bag, gift box, whatever you want to call it, which I have handmade, and I've decorated it using this gorgeous Poinsettia, I'm not sure but this gorgeous flower, which is made using a new stamp set and punch from Stampin' Up. This one is very much traditional colours. We've got always artichoke is this really deep green, got a lot of gold going on there. The petals themselves are real red, which I've heat embossed in gold to give them that vein. What do you think? Very, very festive, I think. I can't stop heat embossing gold on red cardstock. I think it just screams Christmas. So let me show you how we make the flower first and then how we made the little box that it pops on. Okay. So, should we put that there? Let's put that there. Okay, so the flower is made using this stamp set, which is called Reason for the Season. And what it has is these 3 separate stamps, which are what we use to put that gorgeous vein pattern on our petals. And then it also comes with a matching punch. If you buy the 2 together, you do save 15% in the bundle. It comes with a gorgeous matching punch, which allows you to punch these stamped images out to make these beautiful petals. As I said, this one is very traditional Christmas colours. The ones we are going to make today, I've gone a little bit more contemporary. So just to get a little bit ahead, what I have done is I have stamped using those stamps that I've just showed you. This one is the largest one, so this is this stamp. I've stamped it onto, this is Soft Sky with silver. So you need 8 of those largest stamps, and then I've punched it out. As you can see, this petal punch here punches these out. Then I have done 6 of the next size petal, and then 2 of these sort of cross ones here, and I've just stamped them, heat embossed them in silver. If you don't know how to heat emboss, I do have a separate video on that, so go and check that out. And then I punched them all out using my punch. So those are my stack of petals ready to start building up. Let me put that there. Okay. Start with my 1.5 circle punch and a scrap of matching cardstock. I'm going to punch that out there. And what I like to do is just take my fuse, or snail works just as well, and run that all over that circle. So it is basically covered in fuse. Okay, there we go. That's it. Oh, missed a little bit there. And then we're going to start building up our flower using our largest petals to begin with. And what we are going to do is pop these, so they go sort of about, what's that, 1 centimetre, ½ an inch, onto our circle piece like this. And what I find is easiest to do is if you do opposites first. There we go. Like that. I'm just going to keep building up our image, our flower. Okay, and what is nice to do is if you just give these a little bit of a fold, just gives a little, as you stick it down, it just gives a little bit more sort of life and movement to the flower. Okay, so last 2. Just give them a little bit of a curl as we are sticking those down. And the last one there. Okay, so those are my 8 of my largest flowers. Oh, let me just move back a little bit so you can see that better. Okay, so I've stuck down my 8 large petals. Then what I'm going to do is, ooh, flying fuse, just put a little bit of fuse over the top of these petals that I have stuck down. You can use Tombow for this, but the problem I find with Tombow is it obviously takes a little minute to dry, and I want it to be a bit quicker. And also because it's taken that minute to dry, I found that the the leaves were moving around a little bit more than I wanted them to be. The petals were moving around. So now I'm moving on to my 6 of the medium size petals, and again just sticking these down. Again, just give them a little bit of a fold, and these are effectively going between the petals that I have, the larger petals. You can see how this is going to build up. Like this. Okay, so building those up. There we go. Okay. And then the final one is these little sort of jewel petals. I'm just going to put snail on the back of these ones. And they're just going to go across the middle, again finding a diagonal gap where they will fit in nicely. Just like that. There's one. Oh no, I dropped it on the floor. Just a second. Can't pick it up. There we go, got it, sorry about that. Okay, a little bit of snail on the back of that one, again, a little bit of a bend to give it a little bit of movement, a little bit of a sense, and stick that one over the top, like that. And that is our flower pretty much perfectly built up. And how pretty does that look? I'm glad I tried out some different colour combinations. The punch also has this little cross section here, which makes sort of the stamen go in the middle. Can you see here? I've done here. So I have a little scrap of this case where you're going to use silver foiled card, and I'm just going to punch out 2 of those little crosses, and they're just going to layer up in the middle. And I'm going to use a glue dot to, if I have any glue dots left, I'm getting to the end of the reel here, aren't I? And we're going to stick these down using the glue dot into the middle, and again I'm going to offset these. They're not very overlapped centrally. There we go. So there we have a beautiful flower ready to decorate our box. So let's show you how I made the box itself. So, going to start with a piece of cardstock. We are going to use, in this case, Island Indigo. And my scoreboard is here. This cardstock measures 11 inches by 5 inches. Okay. And we are going to score this along the long side at 3 3/4 inches, 5 1/4 inches, 9 inches and 10 1/2 inches. Going to spin it round, and we are going to score it at the 1 1/2 inch point. Okay, see that there? Oh, focus, there we go, camera's focus for me nicely. Okay, now before we start folding and burnishing those score lines, what I have here is another piece of silver cardstock. This measures 11 inches by 2 inches. I'm going to bring my scoring board back in because I need it again, I forgot that. And we're going to score this in half. Going to do full side down at 1 inch. Okay. And this is going to make our lovely top to our box, which gives that really professional finish, I think. So start by folding that in half. Okay, right, I'm going to use my fuse again. I'm going to put fuse along the bottom of each half of this foiled card. Okay, try and get as close to the edge as you can. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is bring in my Island Indigo cardstock. And then this is going to push up to the top, to that fold line we just made on our silver cardstock. Stick that down, fold over the cardstock there, and stick that down. And then use your bone folder to get that nice and sharp. Okay, so now we can fold and burnish our score lines that we made on the Island Indigo cardstock. Okay, and then this will just take that silver foiled cardstock with you and use your bone folder to get some nice sharp creases. Okay, just take a minute to do this. You are folding quite a lot of card at the top, so just be gentle with it, but it should fold up nicely for you. Okay, that's it. If you do get any creases like that, just use your bone folder to push that card down to smooth those out. Okay, and our bottom is nicely ready. Scissors. We are going to cut up our bottom score lines. First one, this little square here, not triangle, rectangle, that's the word. Going to take that off completely, and the next ones we are just going to fold up. Okay, just going to notch out the two square sections. Not imperative to do this, I think it just makes it a little bit easier to fold it up and make sure you get a lovely professional finish. Okay, now we are going to put some snail on the underside of this piece, this flap here. So just make sure that that fold is nice and neat, and make sure you get your snail on the silver cardstock and the Island Indigo. Fold this over, square it off and press that down like that. Okay, fold that up and you will see your box is starting to come together. We're going to fold in our flaps first. This is my joint, so this is going to be at the back. So I want to fold this flap, the opposite flap down first, and then some more fuse along the bottom. Now obviously the heavier thing you're going to put in there, the more fuse you want to put on the bottom to make sure that this keeps closed. I'm just going to use these for little sweetie treats, I think, so we can just put a little bit of fuse on there. So that is our box, nicely made. All that is left to do is firstly stick on our beautiful flower like this. I quite like that colour combination. Gonna do that with some Tombow, quite a liberal amount of Tombow on the back of my circle. Okay, and we want it to stand up, so we want to make sure that our petals are above the base of the box. So you can see that my petals line up with the base of the box so that my box will stand up. Okay, and then we just need to add our handle. For this I have a piece of another piece of silver foil. This measures 12 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Gonna fold that in half and then just use my bone folder to make that crease sharp. And what this does is, can you see on the example, it means whatever angle you look at it, you see the gold, you don't see the white backing. Some more fuse to just stick that together. You could use snail for this, it doesn't have to be particularly strong. And then I'm just going to use my bone folder to sort of curl that round, help it make into that, oh, don't throw it away, help make it round into that handle shape. Okay, and then I'm going to use fuse. You do need quite a strong adhesive here. Tombow is a good idea as well. I put that on completely the wrong side, haven't I? So I'm going to work it round the other way because I put my fuse on the wrong side. So the fuse is going to go on the side that you are going to stick to your box. Okay. Then just stick that centrally on either side, wrap it round like that, and there we have it. Two beautiful, very pretty, very different Christmas gift box. I hope you liked it. If you would like to buy any Stampin' Up products, don't hesitate to get in touch. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe. I have a lot more projects coming over the next few months using these stamp sets and other Christmas presents as well. Thanks for watching, bye bye.